Tun 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 sahur.
Okay. Your first words. Hello, world. My first words is Tung Tung Sahur. I was
Wow.
just born 3 minutes ago.
I'm so proud of you. Definitely.
No, that's you. You said that.
Oh, yeah, I'm the tun 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 sahur. No,
Yeah.
you're the tun 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 sahur.
Are there any more Tung Tung Sahurs I should know about?
I know like at least 5 more tun 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 sahurs.
God damn it. Why can't they all just die? Okay, now I got a tweet. And now I gotta put it in the Discord. Okay. Where is it? Here we go. Okay. Now, I think we can... Yep, it looks like we got everything. So we could just go right in. Continue. And... they're at the festival where absolutely nothing bad is gonna happen. And let me turn up the volume for the game a little bit. Okay. Hello, Void Obelisk. Welcome. Cat, are you live?
No.
Oh, you're
I'm waiting
Satoko.
for your stream.
What? It's there. It's been there.
No, I mean like the Discord stream.
I put it in my Discord.
No, I mean
Oh right.
the stream for Higurashi.
You mean the Discord?
Stinky?
You should just say share screen. Screen sharing. Right. There's too many things to keep track of with these damn things. Already streaming. Stream request. Okay, can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay. So you start us off.
Right. We swapped. I tried to swap Satoko's role like 30 times.
I
Look like it's time. You sure?
I mean, you wanted to be both of the small peoples, right?
No, I wanted to split up the role, but
Oh, well, whatever, whichever way.
you wanna do it.
I don't care.
You do Satoko, and if you don't do Satoko, I will cry.
Okay, fine.
Bleh.
Been a long time since I've been in a stream again. Yeah. Welcome back, Void Obelisk.
Oh,
Hmm? What?
stream collapsed, died
What?
for a second.
Why? The frig? You see it?
Yeah. No. I mean the collab died for a second. That's all I said.
Oh. That's not what you said, but okay.
I just said that.
Now read. Swine.
No, I'm not reading. You can't make me. You can't make me read.
Why are you here then? GTFO.
Sorry, I'm just pulling up the stream on my second monitor.
Ugh.
There we go. Hello everyone. How are you? Fine, thank you. Oh my. Okay. Yep. Looks like it.
Right, it's just about time for Rika-chan to appear in the offertory dance.
I'm a little nervous.
Believe in yourself. All of your sweat will definitely amount to something, Rika-chan. Mion slapped hard on Rika-chan's back.
Rika-chan instantly died at this moment.
That's right, you'll do fantastic, Rika.
I'll do my best. Yeah, that's the spirit.
I ball my hand into a fist and raise it into the air. We're rooting for you, Rika-chan. Go for it. Yay, remember?
I think this is what the children call a Kambare moment.
A Kanbare? Do you mean Gambare?
Kambare.
It's a gun. With a G.
Okay, Gunbari.
Gunbaras. Where?
Go for it. Yay.
Go for it, yay! Okay. Rika-chan gave the best smile I'd ever seen, then pivoted on her heel and ran off.
Okay, we should get going too.
Right, let's go cheer her on. You mustn't. You must keep silent during the performance. I got it, jeez. I rubbed a hand through her hair. She was worried about her good friend up until the end. Then we better hurry. All the good spots will be taken. Come on. Mion ran off, and everyone else followed a moment later. A large amount of people had already clustered into the tight space to watch the edifying dance. Wow, this is a lot of people. I turned around to look at everybody else, but nobody was there. Where did everyone go? They probably got lost amongst all these people. Finally, I spotted the back of Mion's head on the other side of the crowd. It definitely doesn't look like I can get over there. Well, we got separated, no big deal. We could just meet back up when Rika-chan's dance is over. I gave up on finding the others and wandered around, trying to look for a place where I'd be able to see better. It didn't take long for me to realize I'd have to settle for watching between the heads of people in front of me, though. Thump. Once again, an even louder taiko drum resounded. This one was to announce the beginning of the dance. I couldn't see very well, but it seemed like Rika-chan had come on stage with the elders who were in priestly garb. I heard low exhalations of admiration and the seniors rubbing their prayer beads in gratitude. Everyone's heads were in the way, and I couldn't see. It was really frustrating. We should have cut playtime short and come here to get good spots earlier. After Rika-chan intoned the prayer, she took the festival hoe and walked to the pile of quilts stacked on the altar. That's right. The point of the ceremony was to purify bedding and to hold a memorial service, wasn't it? Then the solemn offertory dance began. She had practiced using a mochi pounding mallet. The awkwardly shaped festival hoe Rika-chan held seemed really heavy. Back and forth, up and down, it was doubtlessly difficult to even lift in the air, but she sweated and waved, raised and dropped it again and again. She couldn't just deal with it and do it grudgingly. As a shrine maiden, she needed to retain the dignity and solemnity present at this festival. There must be a ton of pressure on Rika-chan's shoulders right now. Damn, why am I cheering her on from a place I could barely see her? I'm her friend, so I should be right up in the best spot rooting for her. Kei-chan, over here! Someone tugged lightly on the back of my shirt collar. It was Shion. She beckoned me outside the crowded ring of people.
You can tell it's Shion because she has a better outfit on.
So true. And I took it as saying she knew a good place nobody else knew of. Shion, what's up? Shh. Just be quiet and come with me. What?
Sean.
Sean? Who's Sean?
No, look at the log again.
Where? Oh. Sean. The hell are you talking about?
Because it's like her name when she shushes people.
It's her catchphrase. After she told me
Sean,
so,
yeah.
she ran in a big detour around the throng. Man, it's great to have someone
Chiron.
who knows Chiron, who knows the lay of the land here at times like this. Impressed though I was, I nearly lost sight of her right away. No more getting separated from me. I ran after her so that I wouldn't be left behind. As I wondered in anticipation what kind of secret spot Shion had in mind, we left the crowd of people and went around to the back of the shrine grounds. Hey, wait, where are we going? We're getting further and further away. Oh, I'm here to kill you. Shh, just stay quiet and follow me. You'll understand soon. Shion gave me a wink that reminded me of Mion as she said that. No sign of people, and not much moonlight. It was dark. We had gotten pretty far away from the crowd of people on the shrine grounds. How are we supposed to see Rika-chan's dance from here? I see there's some high spot around here, isn't there? Like a rooftop or somewhere we can look down at it, right? What? Why do we have to climb onto the roof? Well, how else are we supposed to see Rika-chan's dance? Did you really want to see Rika-chan's dance? Kei-chan, could it be that your strike zone is really low? I don't think we're understanding each other here. Aren't you going to show me somewhere I could see Rika-chan's dance from easily? What? Who made that promise? Ugh. What's going on? Why me? Why do I always misunderstand Shion? Is it my fault? Am I just reading the wrong things into it? Then why did you call me all the way out here? With an expression that indicated she wasn't fooling around, Shion pressed her index finger to my lips and said slowly and quietly, "This place is dark, dead, empty spot. You can't see it from the festival grounds, and now a male and female of the same age are all alone together."
Oh
Eh?
no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
A boy and a girl? Could this be? Shion, she's
I
not
don't
planning
think
something
relationships
crazy
are
again, is
supposed to
she?
work out that way. Isn't it supposed to be between a man and a woman?
Girls can't love boys.
This is so true.
Shh, look over there, see? Shion whispered, pointing into the dark underbrush. And there we saw two figures, one male, one female. What's that? Is that... We're right at the scene of a rendezvous, of course. See, look closely.
Yay! The dark revival's here.
Dark revival, hello. Welcome. See, look closely. Can you tell who they are? I peered intently into the dark at Shion's suggestion. Oh, it's Tomitake-san and Takano-san.
Hello.
The two of them were clearly breathing quietly and glancing around to make sure nobody knew they were there as they crouched before the entrance to a wooden storehouse-like building. Wait, Shion, could this be what you wanted to show me? Kei-chan, you can see Rika-chan's dance any year, but you won't ever get to see another chance like this, okay?
Because they're gonna die.
And we're gonna be the ones to kill them.
Keiichi-kun, grab this axe.
I thought the Sonozaki sisters each had their own personalities, but at times like this, they seemed all too similar. I'm going back. Don't call me for something like this again. If you move now, they'll see us. At our noisy argument, Takano-san suddenly turned around. Yeah, you're her, right?
Who might that? Oh, sorry.
The girl.
Who might that be?
We held our breaths and tried to wait it out, but it seemed like Takano-san was now acutely aware of our presence. Shion and I exchanged glances, then gave up and climbed out from behind the bush. Well, hello there. The moon sure is beautiful tonight, isn't it?
My. If it isn't Shion-chan and my Bara-kun. Good evening. Yes, the moon certainly is pretty.
I'm looking at my display. I'm wondering if we should...
This doesn't feel like a normal festival.
True. But I'm kind of covering the characters' faces. I'm wondering if I should, like, make myself a little bit...
You should make me bigger.
No, I would never do that.
Please.
Yeah. It's so annoying how you always get pinned to me because you're so small. I don't want you to be pinned to my body. Yeah.
Too bad. I'm your familiar.
Yes, yes, yes.
Then
I
why did
don't
you
want
bring me
it.
along?
Yeah.
My head is so big and fat. That's all I'm worth.
I just said that I don't want you to be fused to me, that's all. Is that so bad? Meow. Okay. Now they can see your big, beautiful, sparkly eyes. Wait. There really is no good place to put us, so well. Whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bup, bup, bup. Yeah. Bup, bup, bup. Yeah. Okay, 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 okay.
This is a Higurashi festival.
Maeve, hello. Welcome. We are Higurashi-ing. Hehe. Oh yeah, I forgot to... There's one other thing I forgot to do. Which is I wanted to start advertising my Discord server on my streams. Like in a pinned message. I forgot where I was gonna do that. Okay, 1 second.
Is it already in the description? No, it
No,
is
but
not.
it
You
should
haven't put it in the
be.
description. You haven't added it to your description yet.
I forgot.
I know you did. That's why I'm saying something right now.
You're baka.
You're baka mitai.
Baka dada. Dame dana. Dame yo. Dame no no
Dame
no.
dame yo.
Antaga.
Andaka.
Sukide. Suki
Ire.
sugide.
Suki sukide.
Urirage. Sukide. Baka mitai.
Magamitai.
Kono no no de. Ayo.
Did you know that there's a Discord server? Come join the Discord server now. We won't steal souls.
Wow, it's amazing. Okay.
We have to
Just
skip
wanted
the
to do
labyrinth
that really quick.
circus.
Okay, let's continue. What's this? Keiichi-kun, you sure are smart, you know that? Having a secret date in a place like this? Then I guess we accidentally interrupted something important. Ah ha ha. You're the ones who are meeting up secretly. So what's this game about? That's a good question. It's about, like, looping timelines and a weird cursed town.
Okay, so
Pretty
it's not
much.
about looping timelines.
Kind
It's just
of.
that
We're already on the second timeline.
okay, no. Let
What do you
me
mean?
explain it because I can explain things.
Oh, you're the Higurashi expert.
I'm the Higurashi expert. So there isn't exactly like what it's not a time loop. What's really happening is that there's separate timelines that all have different things happening. In each timeline, each chapter of the game is a different timeline. That's it.
Yeah, that's basically what I said.
No, you said looping. That's different. That's
How is that different?
That's like an in-story, like it's one timeline that continuously gets repeated. This is like different stories that have different different things happening. For example, in the first chapter, these guys are already like dead. like halfway into the game. They haven't, and then we're seeing them in a different light right now.
I think it's the same thing though.
I think you're like clear.
That's me eating you. Tomitaka-san and Takano-san laughed to themselves, and it got on my nerves for some reason. Wait, so you two weren't having a little rendezvous then? Rendezvous, la la rendezvous, adventure, 1, 2, 1, 2. Of course we weren't.
I've never heard that song.
Matryoshka?
No, color was wrong. The color's always wrong. I hate this guy.
What are you talking about? I was right. Of course we weren't, though I don't dislike that kind of romance. Oops. Okay.
Unfortunately, this wasn't the location of the rendezvous either of you would want to see.
I don't want to see that.
Sorry for not living up to your expectations.
If this wasn't a rendezvous, then what were you doing? Tomitaka-san, were you messing around with the padlock on the door just now? Yeah, don't bully me.
Family and familiar entire arguments.
Abe's right. What?
Uh,
Tamer. God, you have no idea how badly I wish I could tame this one. But it's not possible. I tried.
it is possible. You just have to like brainwash me.
Oh, how might I do that so I can take notes?
You gotta like, you have to scratch my head. Come on, scratch it.
Oh, that's all? Okay. Hold on. Scritch, scritch, scritch.
You took off my
Scratch,
fucking
scratch, scratch,
ears.
scratch.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Put them back.
What? Oh, I killed her.
Yeah.
Ew! Stop. It's disgusting.
Okay, just kidding. I put them back on. Use a keychain. You have to unlock me.
Jingling keys?
Oh, that works. That works as well. Jingle,
Jingle,
jingle, jingle,
jangle.
jingle.
Okay. Huh? After she said that, I looked at the two of them again, and I definitely saw it. They were hunched in front of the warehouse door, fiddling with a pretty heavy-looking padlock. Guess we've been found out, huh? We were trying to break into the warehouse, but don't tell anyone, alright? Don't tell anyone? Are you thieves or something? I demanded unthinkingly, just because of how absently Tomitaka-san was grinning.
Nah, never. Thieves are people who steal things, right? It's not like we're trying to take anything out of here.
Yeah, I think it's called trespassing. I see.
It is.
Then why are you trying to unlock the door? This is the forbidden storehouse for ritual tools. They say only the Furude family and a mere handful of others are allowed in. Forbidden storehouse? I took a few steps back at that and looked at the entire warehouse. It certainly looked like one, built removed from any signs of people, almost as if in secret. It was filthy, revealing how little it was ever opened, and it was built to be durable, giving it a strange, overpowering impression. Now that I looked at it more closely, it was certainly different than normal warehouses.
This place. They're called ritual implements. Basically, this is the warehouse where they store such tools used in rituals. Well, more accurately, maybe it's a temple where the implements are enshrined. Which one is it?
Well, they said it's a warehouse or it's a temple. So, IDK.
The ritual Ho Rika-chan is using for the olfactory dance was inside here until today.
Oh, Maeve, if you want to draw fan art, I encourage it. If you want to. And I have an art tag on Twitter, and also there's a channel in the Discord for that. Hehehe. But you don't have to, of course. Boo boo boo.
Oop, oop,
It's gonna be
oop,
freaking
oop,
like
oop.
Satoshi's body or something.
But it could. What if instead it
Inside
was
there.
of the feminine urge? What if instead it was the feline urge? I think that'd be pretty cool.
The feline urge to draw. What do you draw? You don't draw. Gatto. Vergi.
I I no, I was referring to look at the comments.
I know.
Look at the comments.
There's only one feline here.
I'm
Yay! Thank you, thank you. Yippee, yippee, yippee.
I hope everyone knows is that if you're watching the stream for me, I will be gone soon, cause my execution is laid out for tomorrow.
This is true. Have you seen that image
Yeah,
of
sorry.
SpongeBob and Patrick? And they're like, your execution will be in 3 days. And they're like, yay.
Yeah.
Wait, let me see. Execution meme. Your execution will be in 3 days.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll come back.
Yeah, she'll get better. I'm gonna put this image on screen for no reason.
Who's this
Hmm?
power person in the Discord server? I think you should ban them.
I think you should die. I'm just gonna put that in the upper corner for no reason. Your execution will be in 3 days. Okay, you read this line already, right?
Oh,
so.
yes, I did. I did read. I can read. Did you know that?
I didn't.
Of course, if anyone but the Ferude family enters, they bring impurity into it, so absolutely no one is allowed to a single step inside it. It's a sanctuary. I'm dying because I'm gonna die because that's my execution. Death.
Yes.
That's the reason why.
Shouldn't we absolutely not be coming to a place like this then? However, Takano was wearing a childlike expression, an innocent smile at best, and terribly cruel grin at worst.
I told you I was researching Hinamizawa folktales and legends out of an interest in them, didn't I?
Did you?
A lot of answers to questions I'm curious about are hidden away inside there. Or inside here. I've waited all this time until today for this chance.
It's gonna be a Danganronpa's execution. True.
Yeah, I'm Kyoko Kirigiri, just like boom, da 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 da.
A chance. In the thick of it, everybody knows. Everybody's eyes were fixed on the dance at the shrine grounds today. This was the ultimate blind spot. I see. I didn't know you had lockpicking skills, Tomidake-san. Stop it. I don't want to be doing this, okay?
Sorry for taking you along with me, but this was all thanks to you, Jiro-san. I really am grateful.
Oh, that's okay, Maeve. Either way. Sheesh. This is the only time. Understand, Takano-san? I don't want to be sneaking into places like this.
You really are a good person, Jiro-san.
Kerklink, Tomitaka-san undid the padlock and placed it to the side. Oh, this is definitely, like, why they died in the first, like, part of the game. But it's only, like, this time we're just here to witness it. Right? Like, this is totally the reason why.
Because they broke into this place?
Yeah. I mean, that's what I think, anyway. Tomitaka-san undid the padlock and placed it to the side. It's open.
Oh, thank you. At long last, I finally am able to read again.
Takano-san gulped, with an unusually excited air about her. She gave the heavy door a shove. The sharp smell of mold and dust flowed out from the gap in the doors. I had claimed curses didn't exist, but in this situation I could believe in them. If we went into such a holy place with our shoes on, it feels like we could be punished somehow.
How about it? Your accomplices too. You came all the way here, so why not come in and take a tour?
Is there gonna be a
No,
monster? I would be
there's no monsters
surprised.
here. The only monster that's here,
It's
that's
Rena.
right, it's Kechi-kun herself. What the fuck? Huh?
Freudian slip?
The Pronian slip. It'll
Pronounian slip?
um it'll be a little field trip to the Museum of Precious Cultural Artifacts that conceal the secrets of Hinamizawa.
Hmm.
And it's only open today.
I kind of like her. She's so, like, devious for no reason. We're not accomplices or anything. Aren't you interested, though? Come on, let's take a peek. Shion said, predictably linking her arm with mine. But we definitely shouldn't be doing this. This is a holy warehouse, isn't it? You said ritual implements, right? I really feel like we shouldn't go in. I'm part of the Sonozaki family, so I have a good guess as to what we'll find in there. But I
Dead
want you to see it
bodies!
too, Kei-chan. Dead bodies. You want to show something
It's
to me?
we're gonna find Rena-chan stuffed inside like a Freddy Bear suit.
Freddy Fazbear's gonna be in there.
Freddy Fazbear.
Freddy, I'm too scared to go to the refrigerator because of Freddy Fazbear will be in there. I thought it was just a ploy, but Shion's eyes looked entirely serious. Of course, she was the sort who could lie with a straight face. Of course, I was an average boy, too. My curiosity was at least twice that of a normal person. Boys aren't normal people. Sleeping, forbidden treasures, never to leave this warehouse. Chances like this didn't come around too often. If I had to choose, then, I want to see. Until the locked door is open, though. I don't know about this. If you're not interested, Kei-chan, then you could leave now. I think you'll wonder about it later, though. Tomitaka-san spoke after listening to our discussion, himself having sat down on the stairs to take a short rest. I'll keep watch here. Go in and check it out with them. I'm not too interested. But it might be pretty interesting for a young guy like you, Keiichi-kun. Hoo hoo hoo. He said, laughing mischievously. Oop oop oop. There was no ill will in his laughter. Nishishi? Tomitake-san. Do you know what's in there? Kind of. Takano-san told me all about it. Must be a pain to have to go along with your companion's unique hobbies, Tomitake-san didn't answer that, only responding with a pained smile. Takano-san had this kind of scary air about her, like she'd absolutely drop everything else for something she had an interest in, and go straight for it, but Tomitake-san, on the other hand, seems like the gold standard of what a normal person should be. Having him tell me so frankly to go check it out suddenly made the guilt feel lighter. Okay, but just a little. If it's not interesting, I'm leaving. You got it. Shion gave me another Mion-like wink.
Looks like we're decided. Shall we go inside? Jiro-san, we'll leave this to you.
Tomitake-san waved his hand to see us off.
Har 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 har.
Har 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 har. Har 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 har. The inside was pitch black, but Takano-san turned on the battery-powered lantern she'd brought, revealing a pretty cramped front room. It's so dark in here. Everyone, take care not to trip over anything.
I appreciate the concerns. Okay, doorman, keep a good watch. Oh my god, the doorman from Deadlock? The Baroness.
Weh?
We're shutting the door now.
Takano-san smiled spitefully, as if leaving Tomitake-san out of something fun, and began to close the door. Man, alright, everyone, have fun. There was a low, heavy, and loud noise, and we were completely cut off from the outside world and covered in silent darkness. Takano-san's lantern was the only light we had.
It'll be fine. It's an outdoor lantern with backup batteries inside.
She's gonna strangle us in here.
She's gonna do the drama, like, grab and go,
Oh gosh. Peeping
it won't
the
go
horror.
out or anything.
Looks like Takano noticed my uneasy expression. I couldn't help but blush a little and avert my gaze. Deeper inside, there was a heavy and old but sturdy door with solemn decorations on it. It was the last door sealing away what was within.
Strange how it has an antechamber even though it's just a warehouse, isn't it? I believe it's set up this way so you can open one door at a time, never letting the room with all the equipment be seen from the outside.
Like the animations where they take Casso's voice and animate him as Toy Freddy. I do not know who Casso is.
Oh, Casio. I think that's what it is, right?
Oh, wait, you mean Queso? Or someone else?
It probably is that. You forget that I can't read.
Takano-san explained this, awfully impressed by the construction. But still, it's really dark in here, huh? That over there, I spotted a circuit breaker hanging from a clump of wiring, clumsily attached to the wall. Yes, okay, so. I didn't know Queso played Five Nights at Freddy's.
No. They're referring to when animators use his voice for animating Toy Freddy.
I see.
Toy Freddy?
See. Wait,
yeah, Toy Freddy.
What does he have to do with Toy Freddy? Just for funsies, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Oh, here, isn't this the light switch or something? I flipped the biggest switch I can find, and with a click, the pitch-black room was illuminated by a bare light bulb. Everyone scrunched up their
God,
faces.
It's so bright.
At the sudden strobe-like brightness.
Oh no.
Don't! Before she even finished, she unslapped my hand and flipped the switch back. There was another loud click, and the room returned to darkness with only the lantern for illumination. Ow! You can't, Kei-chan. We snuck in here, remember? If you turn on the light, it might give us away.
You know, I don't exactly like. I don't exactly like him, cause
Queso?
I feel
What
like
the hell?
I feel like he makes himself the punching bag, but I haven't really seen any good content from him, so like I don't really care.
I don't know. He seems kind. And like, I guess, like, he has decent morals. But, I mean, he's not the one making all those jokes.
He's so fucking boring.
You're boring. Hiss. I'm scolded by
I
Shion
wish
fairly
I was
harshly.
special, so fuck it. Special type of freak.
Yes, you are. It looked like she was worried
I'm
about
a
whether someone had seen them
genius.
from the momentary light.
It's alright. It was only for a moment.
Oh, 1 second.
Do you guys like queso? Tell us in chat right now, or else things will happen. The, the
Okay, I'm back. My
Hi back.
sister walked in. My sister's prom is today for the high school.
Oh, awful.
Awful.
I didn't want to that because I didn't care.
Yeah, you skipped prom. We weirdo.
Yeah.
Who does that?
I hated you.
Hmm. Takano-san remained a relaxed adult. It seemed like she was confident she could talk her way out of it if someone did see us.
Oh, wait 1 second.
We,
Let's go in. Here we go. There.
The even heavier door opened, and this time, it wasn't just the dust that came out with the air. There was also a nasty smell. It really is dead bodies in there. One
Yeah,
smell was
dude,
like,
dude, it's gonna be like 7 dead children.
it's gonna be like freaking, what's her name? Satoko's missing
Freaky
brother.
freak bear! Oh hell no! Get me
What
out of
the
here!
hell? Is there gonna be William Afton? No.
Collect my pages. 5 trillion.
William Afton is prohibited.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. One smell was like opening a dust-filled cupboard in the back of a kitchen that hadn't been opened in years. And the other smell, the nasty one, was hard to explain, but it was like the raw odor of a fish market. Blech. From how the sound echoed, this room felt far larger than the first. Takano-san held up her lantern and revealed the contents of the expansive room. Whoa. At the back wall of the storehouse, right in front of us, was a Buddha-like holy object, standing there looking down at us. I was taken aback by its unseen force, lit up by the slender beam of the lantern.
That's the guardian god of the Hinamizawa, Oyashiro-sama.
Wait. Buddha-like. So Oyashiro-sama looks like Buddha? The
Man,
hell?
I just want to also say,
Hmm.
where do I post this? We should have something for like
Hmm?
in-stream talking or some shit.
I mean, you could just post it in
That's
general if you want.
general. This is one of my favorite gifs of recent time. I love this gif. That's all. That's what I
Or
wanted to
also,
say.
there's the media channel.
Oh, that's true. I don't care. They there. That's my favorite. My ear wiggle. My
You
ear
wiggle.
wiggling right now.
That's you. IRL.
You've seen me. That's totally what it looked like.
I suppose. It's far grander than the one at the shrine. Oyashiro-sama. So this is the spirit protecting Hinamizawa. the one guarding the holy land of Hinamizawa from the impurities of the outside world, and the one delivering punishment after punishment upon those who attempted to sully the land with the damned construction.
It looks like there are far more tools stored here than I thought, but this is so sad. None of them have been maintained. How unfortunate that they're in such a state.
Even in the dim light, I could see a lot of strange objects
What the
lining the walls, ceiling, and shelves. It looks
I
like this
wonder
place
what
was
this urban
blown up.
explore. Huh?
Looks like this place was blown up.
I
Like a
wonder. I
tornado
wonder
passed
what
through
this
here.
urban exploration image is from.
IDK.
You
I
think?
feel like all of
There's
the
a lot of.
yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like all of the images in this game are from the creator just like walking around and like taking pictures, but I don't know.
Maybe they created this some urban exploration. The main thing here is I wonder.
Hmm.
There's a lot of abandoned buildings in Japan because so many buildings stop being up to code, pretty fast.
I
Like,
see.
what'd be nice? You know, what'd be pretty cool. If we did like urban exploration,
We did
whenever we go, if we ever go to Japan or some shit, or just like anywhere really.
we could do a Pomni style urban exploration vlog and upload it. That would actually
We
that would
go
be
there, we
awesome.
go there. It's like, oh my God, color! Look, I found this headset, and then we both put it on, and then we both see Jax, and then we kill him.
We're like, oh no. Get me out of here.
Uh, Hi, my name is Jax. Oh, sorry, it's not. That's not how the song goes.
Have you heard of
He is quite
Jax?
the
He is quite the
he is
scamp.
quite the scamp. When it comes to violence, he's the champ. The circus is his home.
I don't want to
They
hear
have lots of
this.
fun.
Even in the dim
Huh?
light, I could see a
Oh,
lot of
by
strange
Void.
objects lining the walls, ceiling, and shelves. Takano-san, speaking as if in a trance, was infatuated by the various implements filling the dark room. They weren't very festival-like or traditional, but instead, this was more like the workshop of a blacksmith or a carpenter. Sabrina Carpenter. There were a lot of large wooden and metal tools packed in here. Putting it bluntly, it was all pretty boring stuff. Oh, hello, this state of being. Now, Ryu the writer took a trip to the actual location and took photos. Then, again, when you create a VN and don't have the money for drawn backgrounds, you create your own world with regular photos with a filter. Yeah, that's kind of what
Yeah,
I
we kind of just
figured.
assumed that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we've been assuming that like this entire time.
Low-key, I've thought about doing, like, similar things. I think there's some, like, kind of interesting looking places where we live. But I also don't
Are
want to,
you?
like, walk around, like, taking pictures. I
Um,
mean, it's not the most
I mean,
interesting looking place, but there
what
are
could be
some.
done is like using
Hmm,
like going around in a vehicle and then like stopping at a place to take pics,
I guess.
or stopping around
I
like a certain like districts or that kind of thing.
I took a few pictures of the church um when we went there, and
The Church of
I
Colors.
yes, it's the Church of Color, true. And I also I tried to like look on like Google Street View for some like pictures of that church because I was thinking about actually using it as a reference for my comic, but Google Street View doesn't really have the greatest like it doesn't have all the angles and stuff. I don't know.
No,
But
that's
it's
why you take
kind of
pictures yourself. I wouldn't really call it.
well, yeah.
It
Mm,
depends on how you see as tedious, because I'm sure some of the stuff is just on like his own time and just kind of just walking around and shit. I mean, that's like, people walk still, you know.
I guess. I mean, if all this stuff that he took like pictures of in this visual novel was like just happened to be where he lived, then maybe it was just like the most convenient thing or something. Or maybe
Yeah.
he was like on vacation visiting family in like the rural like place of Japan, and he was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna like make something about it.
Yeah.
I
I'm sure that
mm,
are these picture are the I'm sure the location that he took the pictures from, because you said that he took a trip. I'm sure that like there was a specific inspiration for this kind of like area,
yeah,
like
I mean, yeah. Maybe
like
he
you said,
like
rural.
he could have definitely like sought out this area specifically. That just makes me
Yeah.
think I kind of wish I had taken way more pictures when I lived in Napa for a while. I lived there for like a year and I took some pictures, but I don't know if I can like find it on maybe Google Street View cuz that has like kind of it was the weirdest place. It was like the most like it was like rural in the middle of like heavily populated areas. Like surrounded
Mm.
by civilization, but then you go like 2 hours into and then you're in like a rural type place. And it was weird. That whole place was like a liminal space. It was a surreal experience. I wish I had taken advantage of it a little bit more, but eh, whatever.
Hindsight's 2020. I'm sure that you can
Meow. Hmm.
do the next time.
I don't know if I'm ever gonna go back there again, but well, who knows? Maybe Google has some images. Google Images. I'd imagine there would be more artistic things in here from the Heian period, but these are a far cry from being cultural artifacts. My expression betrayed my dashed hopes, and they caught on right away.
Oh, is this not interesting for you?
I'm not into literature or art, so I can look at this stuff, but I don't really understand its value.
Ketchikun, you really do look like you don't get it. I guess that's only natural.
Takana-san reached into a paper bag that she'd been holding the whole time, took out a worn scrapbook, and began to flip through it.
Then just for you, Ketchikun, I'll tell you an old story. It's a common tale for this in this region. If you go to the library, it'll even be on their recommended reading list.
Telling stories in such a dark, creepy place. She must have a horror
Takano!
story in
I love
mind.
Takano! Woof, woof, woof.
What? Oh, hello.
Takano, please. I don't
Welcome.
think. Yeah, I'm gonna be so for real. I don't think I think
Mm.
the later art style, like the different art styles, ruins her. She doesn't look that good.
Yeah, she looks like the most cutest like this, I think.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, she looks very evil.
Uranu kisser, more like Takano kisser.
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
Uh-huh,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
the other art style versions are just bad. They're bad. They suck.
This is true, I must say. Shion's
Can
face. What?
I've said this like I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna say this again.
Mm.
Takano's a great character. Um, I want to say this again. Like it feels weird that whenever they redo any of the art, like any of the redones with the arts over the years, they never just keep the poses. They always change the pose, which is so stupid because
Yeah, and a lot of
like
the time it's like a much less like dynamic pose too.
they're
So,
so much more expressive. Like
yeah.
especially like the howl, like the two arm
How
yeah, the two arm
so
Rena.
cute. Yes. And like, I don't know, deformed Moe Blob is like has soul in it. It can.
Yeah, agreed.
Shion's face belied nothing but calm. If she had the same personality as Mion, she'd have found fault with me being scared. I'll endure it for now and pretend to be calm.
Okay, alright, I'll read it.
After confirming that I was going to be quiet and listen, she began to speak softly, like a kindergarten teacher reading a picture book. Mukashi Mukashi.
Long, long ago, in a certain village in the mountains, there was a swamp.
Minimalism and modernization is the death of my wife, for real. So true. They keep ruining our wives with their modernization. SMH.
1 second, I need to go take care of something.
Okay, okay.
Never mind. The child just came to
Never
me.
mind. Oh, okay.
Hither thee, wait, hither thee, children.
Eh? What? Okay, cat is dead. Anyways, what did you guys eat for breakfast today? Today, I had a peanut butter and chocolate chip sandwich for breakfast. And yes, it was good. And yes, I would eat it again. But I'm pretty sure I ran out of chocolate chips making that, so... And last night, I ate, like, a lot of Snickers bars.
The
And
child.
hello,
Child has been attended to.
child. How is child?
Child. I was a child once.
Really?
Then I woke up.
Then I got better.
This
I got cured.
swamp was very, very deep. Some even call it bottomless. Did we not hear this story before?
We probably
I think we did.
That might have been
Yeah.
in like the Onikakushi, the first part though. You had evil
Oh, yeah, I
oatmeal
see.
for breakfast? Why was it
Oh,
evil?
I don't eat food, so...
Yeah, she photosynthesizes. You know, my dad and my sister ate oatmeal for breakfast and they didn't leave any for me, which is why I had to resort to chocolate chip peanut butter sandwich. Every fruit. Oh, I mean, that's smart. Oatmeal and fruit is good.
People said it was connected to hell, the land of demons. The rumors said that it was deeper than the ocean, and that anyone it swallowed would sink into the underworld, a bottomless swamp. Its name was Onigafuchi.
Wait.
Wait, oh,
Is this Kichi? I think it is, maybe.
this is Kechi,
Okay. I thought back to the story I heard yesterday about the sacrifices sinking into the bottomless swamp. Could that be the swamp she's talking about?
Oh yeah, it is.
So then the village was Hinamizawa, right?
You catch on quickly, that's right.
Didn't Oishi say something about this, or no? I forgot. Same swamp legend, but different retelling to give you hints. Yup. I figured.
Though it was called Onigafuchi village at the time. I like
village.
that in every single state of being like a regular, because like we haven't had a Higurashi video in a while, and yet he always is here.
Who's always here?
The state of being.
Really?
I remember him.
Wait, really? Did I forget you? I'm sorry if I did.
No. Yeah, this guy's the one that like you're backseating this stupid story. I hate you. Okay, read.
Are you sure? Because I remember, like, there was someone who kept coming to the Higurashi streams, but I don't know if it was this person. I forgot.
There's multiple.
It was someone.
There's been multiple ones. Yeah, it's multiple.
That's a pretty inauspicious name. It evokes quite the image, doesn't it? I heard that the name was changed in the Meiji period. The name of the swamp connects to hell was called Onigafuchi, which meant the demon's abyss. And the true name of this village, Hinamizawa, was Onigafuchi village.
The villagers belong to that abyss, or to
We
hell, in other words. They lived their lives worshipping the swamp set to connect to it.
We are literally in hell right now.
But then, one day, let me close the door 1 second.
Okay. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. Meow, 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 meow.
My catling still hasn't realized that doors need to be closed. Sorry.
Wow.
Demons begun to appear, one after the other, from deep in the swamp. The villagers feared that hell was overflowing.
No, Hasbin Hotel, it's coming.
The demons mercilessly attacked the villagers. They could only watch in fear. They could do no more than hide themselves and tremble.
So did someone exterminate them?
Unfortunately, there is no Momotaru or Superman in this fairy tale.
Then, did they get the whole village together to fight them?
Heavens no. The villagers weren't nearly strong enough to fight on equal terms with the demons.
Then, the only recourse would be to flee the village.
They couldn't do that either. To the villagers, it was their beloved homeland. It didn't matter how terrifying the demons. They wouldn't have run away so easily.
Then what did they do? Wouldn't they just get wiped out?
Unable to fight and unable to run, all they could do was wait for the village to be destroyed. Then, when everyone had lost hope, their god, Oyashiro-sama, descended onto them.
I see. So, Oyashiro-sama came down from the sky and beat up all the demons then. You're such a boy, Kei-chan. You always jump straight into using force to resolve things. Shion sighed, a little annoyed. Embarrassed, I held my tongue.
The thing about Oyashiro-sama, he wasn't a violent god who would beat them up like you're saying. He was a kind god, filled with love and benevolence.
The strength of
The strength of
Oyashiro-sama. Oh wait, sorry. I don't know who's stalking here.
I think this
I
is
mean-
still dialogue for the...
Yeah, probably.
The strength of Oyashiro-sama descended from the heavens couldn't be compared to that of the demons. They didn't even fight. They simply prostrated themselves before his radiant authority. Oyashiro-sama urged them to go back to hell from whence they came, but the demons wept and challenged him, saying they could never return. The world of the demons too has harsh commandments. They claim they had been banished from hell.
Demons. Who
Hell
didn't have a
too
place
has
to
another.
go. What?
Hell too has another name. It's
Eh?
called California.
Neither in hell nor the human world. Of course, okay. It's doing the thing where, like, the... Oh, see, it is her, but it didn't, like, have her name, so, like... IDK. Okay, it's still you.
Of course, they were at fault for attacking the village. They deeply reflected on it and were sorry. Yes, California. Very evil. As the demons conversed amongst themselves, little by little they came to pity the demons and... After talking with everyone in the village, they decided to live alongside them.
A lot of fairy tales have them being exterminated or driven away, but you don't often hear ones where they live in peace. You're right. Demons are supposed to symbolize all evils. A story where they decide to live together with humans is certainly strange.
When the demons first heard the villagers' invitation, they doubted their ears, but soon burst into tears of joy. The villagers had given them a place to live. It was said that in payment for this good deed, the demons shared many of their kinds of powers and secrets with the villagers. Oyashiro-sama was very pleased with this happy exchange. He gave the demons the bodies of humans so that they would so they would be indistinguishable from the villagers. Oh my god. The
Rena?
descendant of one of these demons? Rena. He himself decided to stay on the surface and watched over the everlasting peace between them. Decided to stay in this. Oh my god. A land in which man, demon, and god live together. And I had thought the word demon was a noun meaning evil that needs to be exterminated. A god may mediate for them, but you don't often hear happy endings like that where both sides live in harmony. Oh, so I guess this is you. That was all you. That was all
Really?
you. I see, so
Are
that's
you
what's
for
kind of
reals?
yeah.
Well, no, because it's still her name. There's no
No,
Keiichi
no, no,
name.
no, 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 no. No, I had thought that's where the inner dialogue with
Are you
with
sure?
Keiichi-kun was coming in. Yeah, because
Are you sure?
like I see. I guess it's kind of interesting. Yeah, because now she's talking. Yeah, whatever. You just continue on.
I mean,
see.
she could
I
just
guess it
be
is kinda
reflecting.
Although the normal fairy tale ends there, it was revised quite a bit during the Edo period into a much longer story. After that, the humans and demons intermix, and eventually there was no difference between them.
So the demons ended up disappearing? No, not at all. Half of them stayed just as they were. The knowledge the
The knowledge.
villagers...
Oh, sorry.
IDEK, yeah.
Okay, fine. This is me. Whatever.
Are you sure?
The knowledge the
IDK.
villagers had received from the demons basically made them into something inhuman, what people call transcendent.
I mean, we used to argue about who reads what more, but ever since we downloaded the, like, 07th mod, it's become a little easier. Because, before, we would, like, accidentally read each other's lines. I mean, because, like, we, like, assigned characters, to each other to read their lines, but we would keep accidentally reading each other's lines because it didn't say, like, who said what until, like, after the dialogue, so it got, like, really confusing, but this is way easier.
You'll have, the main way you would tell who's talking is when a character sprite changed in the original version, but
that didn't always happen.
That's not very clear.
Yeah.
It didn't happen every single time, so this, so the 07 mod, adds more clarity in who is speaking most of the time.
Yeah, but, like, right now, like, there's no name showing, so it's, like, kinda IDK. Oh, wow. And, like, here, I think it's still you.
There's nobody talking, yeah. This is where I'm talking. 1 second, I need to... 1 second.
I guess it's because she's telling a story, so it's, like, kind of narration style, but, yeah.
Not always clear, though. Yeah, exactly. It might be more clear in the original writing for
Maybe, or
Or
I just think like they never
but like
intended it to be read in the way that we're doing it right now. It's supposed to just be like one person reading everything,
yeah,
like to themselves.
also English translation might fuck up. It might be, the speech pattern might
Maybe.
be more like there,
I guess.
but things get lost in translation. It's whatever. They were well aware of the powers they had was heresy, and as those of below worshipped them, they lived out their lives in secrecy. This story is the root of many derivative tales and and pieces of fiction. It's the foundation, I mean, the basis.
What do you mean by root? She means the part about the villagers having demon blood. What I mean is, all of the legends around here are based on the premise that the villagers are descended from demons. There was a hint of amusement in Shion's face as she said that. It was like she wanted to say that she too had demon blood in her. Is there any proof, though? Maybe it's somehow rooted in historical fact beyond just fairy tales.
Oh, my Barakun. Then do you believe that demons really did come out of the swamp and breed with humans?
Well, it's not that I don't believe it, but... Well, when she said demon, she meant the ones from hell, but... In ancient Japan, the word wasn't necessarily used to denote only that kind, right? The more well-known use involves the drifting foreigner theory. As the story goes, Westerners who were shipwrecked in nearby seas had such markedly different customs that they were called demons. Japanese people were relatively similar in appearance to other Asians, but everything about those from the West was different. Their physiques, their faces, and their skin color. In Japan, terms like red demon and blue demon evoke images especially of Westerners. Lacking in skin pigments, Westerners would sunburn easily and turn red. Being fair-skinned, I think blood vessels appearing on their skin would look blue, too. A handful of accidental aliens would drift onto Japan and came under persecution, being called demons. They would flee into the mountains to survive, turn into bandit groups, and attack villagers for food and the like. How does that explanation sound? Maybe it's a bit childish. Takano gave me a weird smile when, having come up with such an impromptu hypothesis, I unconsciously followed it up with self-deprecation. Still, she didn't smile as if to make fun of me.
It's not ridiculous.
Breeding
There are a lot of
demons?
people
Sign me
who
up.
subscribe to the drifting foreigner theory.
Nah.
Even so, nobody actually knows what happened. What do you mean? You don't want to breed with the angel dust? Were they groups of foreigners who had turned to banditry, or were they really demons who had come from the bottom of the world?
We're gonna try the Higurashi VN soon. We just finished Kai. A good heads up that reading as a pair is a bit tricky. Yeah, it definitely is, but
Yeah,
we're committed
okay.
to doing
I
this.
will have to say, older VNs definitely have it much harder.
I guess. Like,
I guess.
I guess, my
We need to
Barakun.
do some furry visual novels, and then
Hell no.
Color wants to kill himself. Please do it, Color. Please, I beg of you. We
I
have
don't
to
want
read some
see...
really bad ones like Ad Astra, which are actually pretty good.
I don't want to see
On stream.
bulging furry pecs in my face.
What?
I don't
You're
want
not
shirtless
into my
Bara
Bara?
furry. No.
You're not into my Baraku.
Shut up. Then, Takano-san, which one do you believe?
The truth of the matter aside, I'd rather believe the more fantastic explanation. It's more fun that way, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that reminds me. When I played Higurashi without you. I played with, Snips without you a couple weeks ago, I think. And
The beginning?
Hmm?
Or are you continuing on?
Oh, no. I meant to say 100 line. I played 100
Oh,
line without you
oh,
with,
I know,
with
I know,
Snips.
I know,
Did you watch
I
that
know.
part yet?
Um, bue.
Watch it, okay?
What if I didn't?
Well, you have no choice. But
Bue.
I was also gonna say that, I let them voice some characters just to make it a little bit more engaging. So, if you do catch up on it
Finally, oh
and
my
play again,
god, I'm going to kill you! Arr,
yeah, I was gonna say, like, you can voice some characters next time you play. Cause, you know, my mindset was that I would just read anything to make it go faster since it's such a long game, but I thought, you know, it's a better experience overall if it's more fun for everybody, so why not?
Yeah, thank you. I wouldn't say I've said anything because I am beneath you, but
Yeah, you are. I'm glad you
yeah,
know.
exactly.
Did you read this?
The truth of the matter aside, yeah, I did read this.
Okay.
Also, yeah, you have to eat the trash. Come on, colors.
Bleh. Bleh. No. Her answer made her sound a wee bit like a romanticist. Here I thought she'd reject unrealistic stories like that.
Now then, this is where the fun begins.
Takano-san brought an end to her storytelling and waits for a moment as if to tantalize us. Eh? Suddenly, Shion looked around as if something had caught her eye. Her head bobbed to and fro like she was making sure nothing had changed. What's wrong, Shion? I'm sorry. Please don't worry about it. Shion pretended as though nothing had happened.
Where's the SWAT
Takano-san...
team? Where's Ice? We need to kick her out of.
What the hell are you talking about?
Because she's evil, right? She's Shion.
Shion? What the what? What is... Saying nonsense. Just talking, just to talk. Shion, Takano-san also made sure nothing had happened, and then cleared her throat and broached the next subject.
I explained that half of the villagers have demon blood. That blood, they actually said that it was the blood. It's the blood of the kind of demons that eat people.
Man-eating demons. That escalated quickly. That escalated quickly.
That blood still runs through the villagers' veins. They say that sometimes the blood awakens from its slumber.
I thought the fairy tale had a happy ending with the humans and demons living in peace, but it began to suddenly change into a brutal, bloody story.
Well, they eat people. They say that every decade or so, they can't help but want to feast on human flesh. The villagers can't eat other villagers. So when this happens, it's said that they descend upon the human villages and conduct onikakushi.
What's an onikakushi? That was the title
Broadly
of the first
speaking,
part
it's
of
one
the
of-
story.
Broadly speaking, it's when a demon kidnaps someone, when a person is demoned away. They say that the villagers of Onigafuchi would overwhelm unfortunate human villages in order to kidnap sacrifices.
Ugh. Takano-san's explanation was plain and simple, but when I imagined what it must have been like, it was terrifying. They lose their human reason. The villagers turn into real demons, en masse. They attack the villages they loathe, in the dirty world of the masses below, and then they kill and eat their sacrifices. So they're no different from demons after all. What did Oyashiro-sama do? Wasn't he supposed to be staying in the village to watch over them?
Oyashiro-sama knew about it, of course. Onikakushi isn't indiscriminate. The villagers apparently never kidnapped anyone other than the sacrifices decided upon by their god.
Leonardo DiCaprio eats people?
In the text is usually 1 or 2 people.
A village inhabited by both human and inhuman. It was like the heartwarming episode's colors had inverted into like a negative film. Analog horror, revealing the painful and ugly truth.
So, on the night when they stole away villagers, they would feast on their kidnapped sacrifices, which is why the nights came to be known as Watanagashi. Watanagashi.
Watanagashi. Tonight's festival was the Watanagashi. I just couldn't reconcile the fun festival with the horrible tale Takana-san was telling me. Watanagashi, well, wasn't it about giving thanks to the futons we used over the winter or something? Kei-chan, Wata has another meaning, you know? It means entrails. The slaughter's on. I'd like to see you come undone, observed and prized.
I hope you die in a fire.
Hope you get stabbed in the heart. Hope you get shot and
expired.
Shion, who had been silent up until now, spoke up. Entrails? Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Like fish guts. Wait, what? Like a jigsaw puzzle, the fun times I had today. Takano-san's grotesque tale clicked together in my mind. Oh my goodness, I see. Okay. Watanagashi, so gut spilling? I didn't think saying that could ever feel so nauseating.
I read the Wikipedia article for Unit 731 with Snips, like on Friday.
See. Why did you do that?
When we were reading it, I also was like, I'm surprised that I even stuttered to say some things that were read there. It was kind of fucked up.
Oh, well,
yes,
yeah.
it is as you imagine, my Barakun. Right now, the Watanagashi Festival might just be a somewhat early summer festival occurring every June, but it used to be different. It used to be a ghastly cannibalistic feast, held on the nights the villagers had collected their unfortunate dinner.
Can't be true. I had no real reason to say that, but I couldn't help it.
My Barakun, you said that the Watanagashi is a ritual about purifying futons, right? What do you think the futons, filled with cotton, with wata, represents?
Futons are futons. They're beds.
They're
things you're sleeping in.
It's the Incredibles. It's the Incredibles.
That is math. What else could they possibly represent? I was rattling on, desperately attempting to deny the horrible events that Takana-san was describing. Deep down, however, I found myself understanding all too well what she meant. Futon stuffed with cotton. If the cotton represented entrails in both pronunciation and meaning, then entrail-filled futons would have to be humans. OMG.
Why don't you think back to the offertory dance Rika-chan performed?
Offertory? Offal? Da 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 da.
What was she doing, up there?
No, I don't. I didn't even watch the whole thing anyway. Shh, Kei-chan, you're getting too worked up. Shion grabbed one of my ears, reminding me that this wasn't somewhere I should raise my voice. Even so, I can't suppress the agitation I feel.
Oh my god.
What?
You know Manly?
Manly Badass Hero?
Like Manly Badass Hero?
Yes. What?
So he did a cosplay for Leon. Dude, he's so
Yes.
hot. He's so
Okay.
fucking hot.
That's what you're interrupting this tense moment for. Okay.
Dude, look at this shit.
He's alright.
Yeah, cause you're not into men. You're into twinks. Rika-chan
You don't know
was
anything
carrying a
about
festival
me.
hoe. You probably realize it already, but that hoe was not for but that's not a hoe for plowing fields. It's a tool for dissecting human bodies.
I didn't see the dance all the way through, so I don't know what kind of performance Rika-chan was putting on after I'd left. When I told this to Takano-san, she kindly explained Rika-chan's dance to me. To summarize what she said after what I'd seen, Rika-chan would pierce the futons with that hoe, cut them open, and pull out the cotton inside. She'd cut the cotton out, a bit at a time, and set it afloat. That's the kind of ritual it was.
Broadly speaking, it was quite the bombastic ceremony where they'd rip out the guts and throw them into a basin. And then the ritual was over. It's thought that afterwards, the villagers, each with a different role, dismantled the piece flesh by flesh and feasted upon it.
One moment in the high ocean's eye, tasting sugar, I'll devour all of it in time. The slaughters on Hee hee. At Takano-san's strangely happy giggle, I felt for some reason violent displeasure. Rika-chan, every day during our lunch break, she'd take a rice-pounding mallet into the schoolyard, and she'd work so hard, sweating bullets, to practice for the offertory dance she had done today. All of that effort, all that work, Takano-san disgraced it, even though she worked so hard to practice for it today. Takano-san, I think you should choose your words more carefully. Kei-chan's pretty naive, so please don't tease him so much. A moment before I opened my mouth to express how angry I was, Shion stopped me. Shion must have been fully aware how that story made me feel.
I'm sorry, I thought you'd like a story with that a sort of shock value, since you're a boy.
Takano-san spoke without a hint of malice. She smiled gracefully. After hearing all that, did you figure out what kind of stuff is in the storehouse, Kei-chan? See, look. Shion pointed to one of the walls vaguely illuminated by the lantern's light. One moment. I gotta redo my humidifier type thing. I spilled water on my iPad. No. Okay. All is well. Probably.
Drink water?
Of course I do. You don't?
No.
What do you drink? Blood?
I can try.
You can try to drink blood. There was. Mere moments ago, they hadn't held my interest. They were just boring-looking tools lined up on the shelves. Look. All those uninteresting-looking tools I didn't understand how to use, they all suddenly took on a new meaning, and I couldn't help but let out a groan. At first, they had looked like carpentry tools, like chisels or planes. However, when I thought back, I'd seen pictures of these sorts of tools before. Yeah, they came up in a Japanese history textbook. Yes, on the page introducing the Kaitai Shinso, or the new text on anatomy.
These sort of things, they're printed realistically in the literature of Germany, capital of the medical world.
These aren't carpentry tools. These strangely shaped tools, they're for dissection. Everyone knows that in the Edo period, they would dissect corpses of those who had been put to death in order to gain knowledge about Western medical techniques. Illustrations of the dissection tools they used at the time came up in textbook supplements. The things hung up on this wall all looked exactly the same as those.
If you want a scarier way of looking at it, think of them as cooking utensils.
Hee Takano-san, holding the lantern, the only light source in the room, led us along the wall. She had the only light, so I had to walk after her, whether I liked it or not. Oops, sorry. She said, look.
Look.
Takano-san illuminated a coiled chain, which left a bigger impression than the other things we saw. The chain itself was nothing unusual, but further along it were metal fetters that were like hinges, clearly meant for binding people. Hey-chan, look at that. Shio tapped me on the shoulder and pointed to a restraining table that was clearly shaped like a person. My spine froze. My blood felt like it was turning into a sherbet as it crawled up my back. On each of the joints there were things like chains and iron balls attached. It was like the table was searching for its next sacrifice, ready to spread their arms wide and close them in.
It's probably a chopping block. I think you'd strap the sacrifice down to prep them for eating.
The words chopping block sent a jolt through my body. When I looked more closely, there were many dark slices carved into it, as though from a knife or a saw. They were the most clear-cut signs of usage you could ask for. It proved these tools weren't just for show. They were used for their original purpose. If someone was strapped tightly onto the table, they probably wouldn't be able to move or even a muscle. Their guts would be defenseless. You'd take one of those eerie cooking knives lined up over there and stab them with it. Then you'd slice open their belly and dissect them. I'd heard the stories, but this is incredible. Before coming here, Shion had mentioned she had a good guess of what was inside, but it seemed to have exceeded her imagination.
There's still more. How about it? More fascinating than a wax museum, isn't it?
Takano-san had this happy expression like she was visiting a toy store for the first time. I don't get it. This Mio Takano person has nerves of steel. Are these bizarre, grotesque objects that fascinating to her? I, for one, was not enjoying myself. I'll be frank. This was all too weird for me. Still, there was something even more horrifying than all this. That would be none other than Takano-san herself. Takano-san, holding the lantern, giving off such a thin beam of light, if she suddenly turned it off. And what would I do when, the next moment, everything went totally dark? That's why I was scared. Takano-san had the only light, and anyway, I was scared. At some point, Shion had started holding onto my shirt sleeve. It was a little annoying to walk like that, but I didn't shake her off. No tone of discomfort, just all smiles from the blonde, spoken like a true psychopath. Maybe. She's just like Elizabeth.
Sorry, I'm not paying attention. What did you say?
What? I was just reading the chat.
Oh, just like Elizabeth. You're right. You're so right.
She's just like Elizabeth.
You know, the last time I talked with her, she talked about... We talked about guns for like a while.
Yeah, she's been doing that lately.
Lately? When was the last time you talked with her?
Lately. I don't know.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
I feel like the last couple of times that I've seen her, that's been like the subject of conversation. You know?
It has been.
Interesting.
The tones of disgust are just smile from the blonde. Yeah.
Mhm. It's a little annoying to walk like that, but I didn't shake her off. That minor sensation allowed me to feel the presence of an ally here and now. Before we had even walked halfway through the storehouse, the air I felt on my skin changed completely. These cruel tools lined up all crammed together in this place. Some were horrible ones, made to take away sacrifices' freedom, and some were tools made to efficiently dissemble and prepare bodies for consumption. Those were just the things I understood. There were plenty of other strange-looking objects that I couldn't even guess the purpose of. Now that I was here, I didn't have the slightest desire to hear the details about what sort of terrifying reasons they were meant to be used for. At the very least, they were all completely different from the sort of clean, simple killing functions of a katana. Tools to kill people were obviously constructed in such a way that they could kill people. Wow, I never knew that.
Did you know when people die, they are killed?
Yeah. If that was the goal, then the person you used them on would obviously end up dead. Yeah. The kind of tools here, however, were different. The tools here that were here were for cutting people, for crushing them, for boiling them and cooking them, for grinding them. The meat grinder. They were for tools for torture. They weren't made to kill people.
One of the demons that escaped from Hinamizawa?
His name was
German
German
985.
985. People dying was just an incidental result. Actually, they might not even kill them. If the sacrifices could die during such a horrifying ritual process, that would be nice, but they don't even die at the end. They remain in a state of hellish pain. Perhaps they were only being allowed to live. Only now, in this moment, did I fully realize just how terrifying and fearsome that difference was.
People, you see, most of these wouldn't kill them if used properly.
Son, as if reading my mind, displayed a shocking smile.
Burning at the stakes, the famous method of execution for witches, will kill the person instantly.
Well, not super immediately, but I guess.
Yeah, pretty fast, but yeah, no, definitely not. When the body suffers extreme burns on the skin all over, the decomposition of the skin's chemicals makeup produces poison-like symptoms and causes an immense shock to the victims. Though I suppose it's still very cruel. Compared to the guillotine, you have to wait far longer for that to happen.
You described such horrors in such a strangely medical way. Shion immediately answered the question I had. Takana-san is a nurse. There's a saying that nothing can scare a doctor. I guess it's true.
Oh, and also, there was a method of execution in ancient Rome where they would grill the person. Just like a barbecue. They would cover the person in wire nettings and slowly cook them over a charcoal fire.
To think the memories of when I went to a day camp with my family would come rushing back now of all times so vividly.
That's what it was like. Apparently, they wouldn't die too easily for some reason. According to one source, even if they roasted one side of the person to a crisp for entire nights, they would still be conscious and able to speak fluently.
Insane. You'd grill someone the whole day and they'd still be conscious? It's said that ancient Rome, famous for their executions, thought of plenty of ways to execute someone while having the victim stay alive as long as possible.
Among them, there was one method where they would open the gut, pull out the intestines like sausages, pull them up through a winch, and put them on public display.
Shion was behind me, clinging to me. Not just because she was scared. She was protecting her stomach.
You would think someone with their intestines pulled out would die instantly, right? Actually, as long as you do it tenderly and thoroughly, it's apparently possible to pull them out while the person is still conscious.
I felt a sick feeling in my stomach. It was like my organs were coiling up just from Takano-san's stare.
Though pulling them out with a winch was a rather exaggerated method. In a more barbaric way, they might slice open the guts, then cut the intestines out and throw them everywhere. It's quite imaginable that they did dreadful things like that too, isn't it? However, those being put to death are conscious. It must be far more terrifying than painful.
She spoke with pleasure, as if she had come here on a sightseeing trip. I heard Shion gulping multiple times near my ears.
Perhaps Hinamizawa, or rather Onigafuchi village, did something like that for the Watanagashi festival. Listen. If you try hard, can't you hear it?
I wanted nothing more than to not hear anything at all. So why? Why only at times like these do I begin to hear things I shouldn't be able to? Ooh. Spoopy. Takano-san, having realized she'd scared Shion and I enough at this point, smiled soothingly. Then she turned on her heel, raised the lantern, and began to walk again. If Takano-san left us here, we'd get even further away from the light. Shion and I, no matter how scared we were forced to follow Takano-san along her field trip through the ritual storehouse. Yerp.
I suppose we've seen a bit of everything, see? This place is interesting, isn't it?
She says, raising the lantern high in the center of the storehouse. The dim lighting didn't change, but for some reason, I felt like I was able to see all those horrible tools at once. Hey, Jian, look up. Shion stammered while grabbing the nape of my neck. Ugh. I couldn't tell because it was so dark, but there were a lot more tools hanging from the ceiling as well. They all looked like they were made of iron bars, but then I figured it out. Cages. For cages, they were very small. Cramped cages, just for one, like a casket. If you got locked up there, no, you wouldn't get locked up inside it. It was another tool meant for restraining people, where the iron bars would squeeze you tightly. So many big and large things of all shapes were hanging down. Takano-san's mention of executing by grilling crosses my mind. We weren't just surrounded on all sides by these terrifying instruments. Things crowding the ceiling or even hanging over our heads.
There are many of these sort of bird cages among European torture devices. I'm surprised to see them in Japan as well.
Hey, John, is there something in there? Person? A mummy? Where? Shion desperately pointed to one of the many human-sized bird cages hanging from the ceiling, but I couldn't tell which one she meant.
Wait, what did you say?
What did I say?
What did she say?
Is there something in there?
Oh, I see.
In one of the cages. Being that dark, there wasn't any way we could tell if something was in there in the first place.
I don't see anything. You sure you're not seeing things?
Shion didn't seem convinced, but without a means to confirm for ourselves, we couldn't do much but wonder.
My Barakun, after seeing this, have you come to believe in all of it?
What? A gnarly? You mean a fart? What do you mean?
What? Huh?
Times like this when someone lets out a gnarly one during the silence to cut the tension. Yeah, I'm
And
sure that
then
would cheer everyone up.
At the end of the Pomni movie, right before Pomni is about to kill Jack's IRL, Pomni lets out.
Shut up!
Pomni lets out a big one.
Shut up!
And then in our theater, they have a smell
It's 4D. What the hell? Wait, did you read all of hers? I think you did, right?
The countless terrible rituals passed down in Hinamizawa.
It's got nothing to do with believing in them. Now that I've been shown the real thing like this, there's no possible way to deny it. Even the nations of Europe, with all their beautiful landscape and legends, were like a maelstrom during the terrible witch hunts in the Dark Ages. It's well known that the era gave birth to countless gruesome forms of torture and execution. Japan was the same way. Didn't it have its own era of hellscape, like torturous feasts because of religious suppression and things of that nature? Hinamizawa itself had such a period. It had that much history behind it. Even in Europe, land of the witch hunts, that was all far in the past, no more than a series of historical events, and in this age, nothing that abnormal would ever happen. That must apply to Hinamizawa as well. Just as Europe had its dark age, Hinamizawa had one too. That's how this should be taken. Even if these things all really happened in Hinamizawa, they're all long past. They don't have anything to do with the people living in Hinamizawa right now.
Hi, Barakun. You really do like this village.
It didn't sound like she was making fun of me. Takano-san gave me a light smile. Takano-san, you're researching whether those customs survived into the present. You are, right? Shion suggested something that made my heart leap into my throat. Are you telling me that all these horrible things are still going on even today?
What I'm about to tell you is a secret, alright? I told you, Shion-chan, because you're an understanding person, but the other villagers don't want to hear it. If things go awry, I could be ganged up and punished, like in the other timeline where I definitely died.
Shion flashed a devilish smile as if reveling in the immorality of it.
My Barakun, you keep it a secret too, okay? If this gets out, I could suffer Oyashiro-sama's curse, or be made into a sacrifice. If it's the curse, then I wonder what kind of death it'll be this year. If it's the sacrifice, then will I be thrown into the Onigafuchi swamp while still alive? It is tonight, you know. The night of Oyashiro-sama's curse. Okay, so that's cool. That means when she was kidnapped in the first chapter, that's her being a sacrifice.
Well, yeah. Takano said, bringing her face right up close to ours. As if to say that, if she had the choice, she'd rather suffer the curse. That was what she seemed to be implying. Takano-san took a fairly worn notebook out of her paper bag and began to flip through its pages.
She didn't get her wish then. Stupid, stinky.
What the heck? There were all sorts of references and newspaper clippings attached to them. and it had all manner of things written inside. The letters were very small and bunched together, so I couldn't tell at a glance what it was about.
What I really like to do is search through the National Library for newspapers from the era, but here it is.
A photocopy of a page from some book was slid into the notebook, and it too was written in small, tight lettering. Like the other pages, I couldn't tell what it was about just by glancing at it.
This is a story that actually happened. It was around the end of the Meiji era. One second.
Meow.
They discovered an unknown mangled corpse, the victim of a murder in Onigafuchi village.
An old newspaper clipping attached to the page spoke of something that was no mere rumor or fairy tale.
We don't have most police documents from the time anymore, so it was all based on oral tradition and memories. See, it's not very clear, but it looks like a cutout of a newspaper from the Meiji era.
Never before has there been a corpse treated with such cruelty and inhumanity. Could it be the work of a demon? Being a copy of a copy was very hard to make out, but it was more than enough to make me feel strangely tense. Near the end of the Meiji era, in old Onigafuchi village, a mangled corpse was discovered. The identity of the corpse was unknown. It wasn't even in a state where it could be identified. What?
So...
What?
So I wonder what this actually says in Japanese, because the text, because for something like this where it's like a very explicit document, to have like an image of a text like right here, this could be just talking about like the news that day.
I mean, they would have been able to read it.
It's like talking about like water outages or some shit.
So I mean, they would know. But it says Hamada, something Kido.
All right, you do read the Nippon.
I can only read the hiragana though. I don't know what all these kanjis are.
Oh, I see.
Something Hamada, something Kido. So yeah, no idea. And all these ones, the main body, they're too squiggly to make out most of them. So IDK.
I see. Well, the headline is all that really matters.
It was missing a head, and each limb was separated from the body. Skin had been peeled off the entire body, and there were markings that implied terrible torture in every place imaginable. Not only that, but the belly had been cut open by a sharp knife, with the entrails completely dragged out. The police immediately began an investigation, but since they couldn't even determine the identity of the victim, much less the criminal, finding answers was extremely difficult.
Do you understand what it must have been like?
I couldn't imagine such a strange sight even if I tried. This was the first time I was ever thankful for my lack of imagination.
The victim was skinned while still alive, underwent all kinds of torture, and was killed brutally.
Wow.
The author here also think that even after death, the remains were divided and dissected in even further, the epitome of inhumanity.
Actually, it's pronounced epitome. What the? Who's there?
I'm of the opinion that the entire process was performed while the person was still alive, though. What do you think, my Barakun?
She spoke in a way intended to make me imagine even more vicious things. As my brain was already far over capacity, however, there was no way I could imagine anything more brutal. Then, when I broke my gaze from Takano-san's, those strangely shaped, weird tools were all around us. I wonder if you could faithfully reproduce the mutilated corpse discovered at the end of the Meiji era with the tools found in this place. I want to deny it. I don't want to admit something so terrible could have happened at all. Even so, they were so strange, so terrifying, these tools, and as if they had seen through my attempt to escape from them, they did nothing but ridicule me silently. So that creepy incident, what was it in the end?
The author says that regarding Onagafuchi village's dreadful customs, they've survived into the recent post-Meiji days. And that perhaps they lasted until around the beginning of the Showa period.
This corpse, at a glance, appeared to have been brutally killed after a period of torture. In actuality, however, it was the pitiful sacrificial remains of the man-eater's terrifying feast. The corpse was just leftovers. It was so fantastic, so strange that it didn't feel real. Was this an extension of the legends too? It happened in the Meiji era though, which is just too recent to be called a legend. Also, there's a newspaper clipping right here suggesting it. Okay, but even if it really happened, it was a long time ago, right? I mean, the Meiji era ended 100 years ago.
That's all. Only 100 years ago. Only 100 years ago. Besides, it keeps happening even after the beginning of the Showa period. Like with the uproar around the post-war.
What? Canned flesh incident?
Canned flesh incident. What the hell? Oh, I apologize. That story was taboo, wasn't it?
Takano-san immediately stopped talking, as if worried about Shion. Shion briefly looked somewhat angry, but the expression soon disappeared. Huh? Takano-san, what did you just say? Canned flesh? Just then, there was a huge creaking noise. Everyone whipped around to look. It was just Tomitake-san, who had opened the door slightly. Ah ha ha, did I startle you?
Oh, yes, a second. Oh, Shiro-san, could you not resist seeing inside? This is a splendid treasure trove of torture devices.
I'll pass on that. I'm bad with this sort of thing by nature. Akana-san held her stomach and had to muffle her laughter, as if she wanted to make comments about his masculinity. In any case, the dance and ceremony are over and everyone's going down to the stream. The festival will be over within minutes.
Oh, that's no good. My Barakun is just such a good listener that I couldn't help telling stories.
I'd really rather you not mention me in a place like this.
Jiro-san, could you wait out front? I want to take a few pictures. Oh, she dies here.
She dies here. The camera explodes and she dies.
Yeah. There are actually a lot of tools I'd like to bring home, but we obviously can't do that.
Takano-san took a camera out of her paper bag and began to snap photographs. She looked like she was having fun, like she was on a scavenger hunt. Keiichi, are you leaving too? I've seen enough. Shion, you're good too, right? Let's get out of here. I want some fresh air. I agree. Let's leave. I did feel a bit of hesitation at leaving Takano-san by herself in this darkness. When I thought about it, though, I realized that whatever kind of evil spirits and ghosts lurked in the darkness, none of them could hold a candle to how scary she was. Even if if a phantasm were to appear, she'd be overjoyed and flash her camera at it. It seemed like Shion shared my somewhat rude mental images. We exchanged glances and smiled painfully. We left Takano-san there, bathed in her strobe of camera flashes, and decided to go to leave the ritual storehouse. Everyone at the festival seems to have gone to the stream, so their voices were very distant. Such pleasant music after all that. The voices of the bugs, on the other hand, were clear, lending an empty feeling of isolation to the place. How was it? Interesting? Tomitaka-san gave us a somewhat mischievous grin. You should have been able to tell by looking at how pale our faces were. I should have kept watch outside with you, Tomitaka-san. Ah ha 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 ha. Tomitaka-san laughed so delightfully that it wiped away our dark feelings. How did you fare, Shion-chan? Were you scared? I was prepared for it, so I wasn't too afraid, but seeing the real thing was powerful. Shion spoke like she wasn't scared at all. She really had been quite afraid, but seeing as to how I was in a way worse state than her, I didn't have much room to talk. As Tomitaka-san grinned candidly, my mind, exhausted and locked up by nervousness, began to calm itself. Was Takano-san an adult about this little expedition? You know how she seems like a child sometimes. I was worried she'd be way too excited. Both Shion and I laughed and left that as our answer. Hopefully she was only looking at things. I'm worried she'll sneak something out of there or mess with the ritual implement too much and break it or something. Right, that's quite possible. She is alone in there right now. She might pilfer something small and easily concealed, hiding it in her pocket. Yeah, I can see that. Shion said what I was thinking. You sure she didn't break anything? I could clearly hear some noises like someone's jumping up and down. I was getting pretty nervous.
I'm sorry. I ran out of film. If you have any more, could I use some?
Takano-san suddenly appeared while we were talking about her, taking everyone by surprise. Tomitaka-san smoothly grinned and responded as if nothing had happened. He's pretty mature. Ha ha ha. I'm all out of spare film. Sorry about that.
Jeez. You won't win any Pulitzer Prize by not stocking enough film for any occasion, you know. I suppose that's it then.
Tomitaka-san scratched his head apologetically. Without film, we're done here. Takano-san seemed to have given up because of that too. We checked carefully to make sure we hadn't left anything inside, then closed the door and turned to the heavy padlock we left beside it. Takano-san, you didn't sneak anything out, right?
How rude. I'm trying not to be that childish.
Clack. Tomitaka set the padlock back the way it was before. From a cursory glance, it didn't look like thieves had snuck in at all. Okay, let's get out. Let's get over to the stream ourselves. If we don't at least set some cotton afloat, there won't be any point in coming to the festival. Tomitaka-san spoke brightly, urging us all on, setting cotton afloat down the stream. I shake my head a few times, driving away my dismal thoughts as to the double meaning. Takano-san, looking a little let down, kept turning back to glance at the ritual storehouse. Let's just leave it at that, alright? You saw enough to sate your curiosity, didn't you?
Oh, not at all. Everything I found only renewed my interest. All those stories and legends suddenly hold water. After today, I'm going to have to change the way I look at all this.
Wow, she's truly indomitable. Her curiosity really is something else. Still interested in all this through and through. We descended the stone stairs, and all the people crowding the stream came into view. Near the bottom of the stairs, we could clearly see people receiving cotton that had been cut out for them, then wishing upon the cotton and setting it afloat down the stream. The festival was already over. Damn, I missed my chance to photograph the best part of Watanagashi.
Ah, but it's not too late. I'm gonna go and set some afloat. Perhaps you could take pictures.
Takano-san, with an impish expression, brought her head to Tomitake-san's shoulder. Despite his age, he looked embarrassed. I felt an honest respect for Tomitake-san, man to man, for dating such a handful of a woman.
Goodbye then, Mabara-kun. Shion-chan. She's saying goodbye because we'll never see her again. Not until next chapter.
We're going down the stream. Would you like to come with us? No, I couldn't get in your way. Please take your time. Shion waved her hand to them with an expression just as impish as Takano-san's. Tomitake-san, on his part, seemed to want us to come, but whatever. Shion gave a big stretch and sat down on the stone steps. I'm pretty worn out. Same here. I'm exhausted, too. Kate-chan, this is your first Watanagashi, isn't it? You go on, don't mind me. I'm tired, so I'd like to stay away from the crowd. Yeah, if we were to go now, we'd barely slip into the end of the cotton drifting ceremony. My sister and your other friends might be looking for you, too. Go on. Oh yeah, right. They've been by themselves ever since we got separated. I feel bad if they were looking for me. Then Shion suddenly got a playful look on her face, then put her index finger to her lips, telling me to keep this a secret. My sister's the type that gets really jealous. She knew I was hogging you this whole time. She'd never let me hear the end of it, so keep tonight a secret, okay? Keep tonight a secret. Don't say things that are so embarrassing. Not only because of that either. Considering what we're doing tonight, we really need to keep it a secret. Yashiro-sama's curse might happen tonight, and we four would be the prime candidates. The loosening threads of tension became taut again. Shion, however, burst out laughing. Alright, I'm gonna get out of here before I run into my sister. I really am tired, so I don't have the endurance to put up with her anyway. I can't tell if you get along with her or not. We get along. Though, as she said that, her vague expression explained that there were a lot of oddities in a relationship between twins. I'm an only child, so I don't really get it. Make sure you get along with her, okay? Right, thank you kindly for your meddling. Okay, I'm gonna go. You should hurry up if you want to make it, Kei-chan. Watanagashi really is about to end. Shion stood up and brushed the dust off her backside. After watching her do so, I returned my eyes to the final ceremony of the Watanagashi festival below me. Seriously, though, what was that sound anyway? It was kind of unpleasant and creepy. Huh? What sound? The sound. You know, the banging noise. It was really loud, wasn't it? I was giving her a blank expression, so Shion stared hard at me. I stared hard at her, too. Sorry, Shion. Could you give me the short version? What was making the noise? Wait, Kei-chan. It didn't bother you? When all said and done, it was like we were speaking two different languages. Shion, explain it to me without jokes from the beginning, will you? What's this about a noise? Kei-chan, quit joking around too. Really, honestly, it didn't bother you?
Wait,
Neither of us
can I
was
read
giving
that
any
again?
ground. Huh? Yeah.
You know, that was really loud, wasn't it? A what?
Basically, Keiichi didn't hear nothing. And both of us were staring at the other in disbelief. We were answering questions with more questions with no sign of actual conversation in sight. Baffled, I held the urge to shout at her and asked politely one more time. I'm gonna ask one more time, Kay? I'll ask the questions. She nodded silently. Okay, here goes. You said there was a sound. What are you talking about? The banging sound. It was like a kid was jumping up and down on floorboards somewhere far away. Oh yeah, Tomitaka-san said that too. It really didn't bother you? There was nothing to be bothered by. When did you hear this? I never heard anything. Wait, Kei-chan, are you
We're
serious?
we're going to figure out like in the final chapter that like Keiichi needs a hearing check.
Shion, as if she didn't understand my plain and simple answer, pressured me further, her expression serious. I've no clue what she's talking about, but if it has Shion acting so like this, whatever it was, it gave me the creeps. It sent a chill down my spine. It was while we were looking around inside the ritual storehouse with Takano-san. About the time she started her story, I think it was. Little by little, louder and louder, off and on. She heard a banging sound like a child jumping on distant floorboards. That can't be true. Don't start trying to scare me after all that. I didn't hear anything at all. In fact, it was so utterly silent in there that my own heartbeat was almost deafening. Please don't try and scare me either, Kei-chan. It was like something was making noise in time with Takano-san's scary stories, and I was totally creeped out the whole time. The chill rose from my spine to the back of my head. My blood turned cold as it crawled up my body. When it reached my head, my mind froze over. You and Takano-san weren't paying any attention to it at all, so I pretended not to hear it either, but you heard it, right? It happened a bunch of times, and it was really loud. Shin's eyes were begging me to tell her I heard it. I had no doubt, however, that my own eyes suggested something entirely different. You've got to be kidding me, look. In that storehouse, we were surrounded by brutal ritual tools that looked like they were from another planet, listening to terrifying old stories. The whole time, Shion had been hearing a sound that we couldn't hear by herself. Should that make Shion, who heard it, tremble? Or should it make me, who didn't hear it, tremble? I didn't know the answer to that at the time. For now, Shion seemed to have made that decision before I did. What are you laughing about? I really got you, Kei-chan. I was fibbing the whole time. What? Shion laughed, saying how easily scared I was, and clapped me on the back. Her smile seemed somehow artificial and actually made me feel worse. Then after leaving me with her with 2 or 3 generic diplomatic goodbye phrases, she left, almost like she was running away. All I could do was look after her, my mouth agape. At the end of the day, I didn't have a clue what was going on. Shion laughed and said she'd been lying, but she couldn't possibly have been lying. Of course not. Now that I think back, Tomitaka-san said the same thing, didn't he? He did. Some noises. Tomitaka-san, the most neutral party present at the time, had said he'd heard something. Then that noise was real. The banging sounds. Sounds as though a child was jumping up and down on some sort of floorboards far away. Well, Yashiro-sama's curse, which happens every year, might happen again tonight. The most plausible victim candidates were Takano-san and Tomitaka-san. Shion and me. The bustling of the people sounded further away than I would have liked, and the sounds of the insects sounded too close for comfort. I'm near so much human warmth, and yet I can't ever go back there again. It was the ominous idea that sprouted in mind. Then all of a sudden, I was pounced on from behind, causing my heart to lurch. Okay. Here's you.
Oh, sorry.
Meow.
Kitchi, we found you. This is supposed to be terrifying, but the music artist didn't know what to put here.
No, I don't think it is. It was Rika-chan. When I turned around, Mion and Rena were there too. We finally found you. Now we just need to find Satsuko.
Everyone got split up this year. We should make sure we have somewhere to meet up after next year. How?
This part has way too little Rena for my liking. You're right.
We need
It's a
to
festival,
kill
so
Rena.
we need to kill Remna. So we should all be there together. I listened to Mion's happy declaration with a little bit of guilt.
Kitchi, did you root for me while I was dancing?
Yeah, I saw it all. You did a great job all the way through. No mistakes either. Womp womp. What the hell?
Yeah, that's right, Rika-chan. That didn't count as a mistake.
I had tensed up as I realized I'd made a mistake of my own. Mion slapped a hand on my shoulder a little roughly. A gross sweat broke out over my whole body. Did you do it too, Kei-chan? Did you get some cotton and send it down the stream? You haven't yet, right? Is what I could feel her saying. Without the courage to tell any more lies, I lifelessly shook my head.
Huh? You haven't, Kitchi-kun? You should go now or it'll be over. It'll be over.
Sorry. This is my first Watanagashi, so I don't really understand the rules and stuff. That's right. I'm sorry. Mion took my hand and we started walking down the stone steps. Hey, Kei-chan. What? Did you see Shion? My heart skipped another beat. Maybe Mion could sense my surprise through my hand. Oh, whoops. No. Oh, well, I sort of think I saw her. You look so alike, though. So it might have been you. You wouldn't have gotten that wrong. We're wearing different clothes. Huh? Oh, that's right. Mion's momentary silence was like a death grip upon me. I just can't do anything about that, Shion. Well, it's her we're talking about, so we could just leave her be. Mion's expression returned to her former, usual smile, and we continued down the stone steps, her firmly pulling my hand along. Okay. You want to end here?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. 2 hours and almost 20 minutes. New tips unlocked.
Yeah. Yahoo.
Oi.
Wahoo. That was
Save and
awesome.
load.
That was awesome. Thank you. Don't go show.
Save,
Don't go
save.
show. Don't go show. Don't go show. Don't go show.
Oi. The hell you say to me?
Don't go show. Better show.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow. Yeah. Anyway, menu. Quit game. Yes, I'm sure. Okay. Meow.
All right, color. I'm gonna
Any
go
Okay.
Color-tastic myself. I'll see you later.
Slay. Any final words for the
I like
peoples?
I like gay people.
Wow, that's so lovely. Thank you for that message.
No
Okay,
problem.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Meow. Okay. Disconnect. Yeah, thank you everybody for watching and everybody for chatting and all that. Be good of cheer. Oh, hello. Somebody else joined the Discord too. Hello. But yeah, thank you everybody. So, bye-bye. Not sure what I'm gonna do next week. You know, later tonight I might do a study stream, but it will be pretty, like, quiet and, like, I probably won't talk at all or anything. So if you want to join for that, feel free, but it'll be very, like, low energy, very low key. But yeah, see ya, meow.